Imagine if we all got a ton of gold, magic items that let us do fantastic things, and fame and glory simply by not being a dick. Here are the 5 best player traits that make every table that much better. Stick around to the end to find out what my bonus trait is. The first one, the player that gets excited about everything the GM puts in front of them. They jump on every adventure hook and mystery. They open every chest that they come across. They talk to every NPC. This is the player that we all wish we had at our table. It really makes us appreciate the work that we put into preparing the game. The second one is the player that comes up with the backstory. When a player actually shows that they took enough time and care, that they actually put together a backstory for their character and they gave it to the game master, that makes life so much easier. It makes it easier to incorporate that player into the game. It makes it easier for other players to find a connection with that character. It's particularly good when they come up with NPCs from their backstory, like a mentor or an enemy that you could play around with. Number 3, they know their character sheet. They're not stopping the game every 5 minutes to look something up. They're not holding up the battles so they can read the rules for a specific spell or feature. They can recall their stats so they can roll the dice, look at them, and know what the result is. And they don't stop the rhythm of the game to see if they have a certain feat or not. If you're enjoying this so far, please hit that like button and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Number 4, they interact with the other players at the table. This player builds on top of what other players do rather than shunning it or obstructing it. They remember the things that other players have done in the past and they can reference it and they can make jokes about it and riff on the other player for it. And they also, in gameplay, comment about certain traits that other characters at the table have, bringing those things more to life for that other player. Number 5, which to me is the best player you can have at a table, and that is the player that lets the other players shine. They help point that spotlight on certain players, especially when that player hasn't had a lot of attention or hasn't really been able to do much with their character in a session. They involve that player in the things that they do at the table and really make them feel like part of the game. They help other players have their moments, whether that's taking a particular character's goal and helping that character achieve the goal, or helping a certain character roleplay an aspect of their character that they're really not sure how to do, or even just making someone feel comfortable at the table to roleplay. That type of player, to me, if every table had that player at it, no one would ever complain about the game again. Now, I didn't forget, you stuck with me to the end, so here is my bonus trait. And that is the player that brings dark chocolate covered pistachio toffee, or, snacks. But specifically, the player that brings snacks for everybody. They're not just bringing their favorite snack to the table, they bring snacks that everybody wants to eat. They're mindful of allergies or certain preferences. They always just look out for the other people at the table, and I like snacks. That's my 5-ish favorite player traits. If you have any that you'd like to share, leave them in the comments below. I'm sure there's some out there that are more interesting or more controversial than mine. I'd be happy to see a conversation about that. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.